Hey, it's Molly, Senior Food Editor at the Feed, and today I am going to show you how to make some lemon ricotta poppy seed pancakes. So this is a perfect recipe for Mother's Day, for spring entertaining, for Sunday brunch. And they're actually featured in our free weekly meal plan where you can get 7 free recipes delivered to your inbox along with a shoppable grocery list. So let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is just sift together our dry ingredients. So I have some all-purpose flour here, some baking powder, some baking soda, and some salt. And the reason that I like to sift this together is there's a decent amount of leavener in here. So we just want to make sure that it's really nice and evenly distributed so we don't have any pockets of ick flavor, if you will. And then just to be extra careful, I'm going to give this a whisk and just set it aside while we whisk together our wet ingredients. Okay, so now we are going to work our wet ingredients together. I'm starting with a little bit of granulated sugar. And because I want that really bright lemony flavor, I'm going to add the zest of 1 lemon right to this sugar, and I'm gonna kind of work it together with my hands just to release all of those essential oils and to bring all of that flavor and brightness out. If you wanna learn how to zest citrus, we have a video, self-promotion here. I think I did it, how to zest citrus, which you can find on thefeedfeed.com. See, it's kind of like made our sugar like a little bit more wet. It's sort of like wet sand, and it smells so good. Okay, so to our sugar and lemon zest, I'm going to add 2 eggs. Just whisk these up. Some buttermilk. I think that any good pancake needs some buttermilk and full fat. You want all that flavor, makes them light and fluffy. And we are also like doubling down on the fat here. And we're gonna add a little bit of ricotta cheese and some fresh lemon juice and some vanilla extract. So we'll just whisk this all together and then combine our wet ingredients with our dry. Okay, so now we are going to combine the wet into the dry ingredients. And I think the biggest mistake people make when making pancakes is to like overwork the batter. So the more that you stir, the more that you mix, the more gluten you're gonna form, and then you're gonna end up with really tough pancakes, which is not what we're going here for. We're going for light and fluffy. So I'm making a well in the center of the dry ingredients just to help to facilitate these combining without having to overmix. And then I'm gonna pour this right in. Now we're just going to fold this just until there are no visible streaks of flour. Lumps are not the enemy. You actually want the lumps because then you know that you haven't overworked your batter. Now I'm going to add in our poppy seeds and some melted butter. And just gently fold that in until it's incorporated. And then this is actually going to sit and relax for about 30 minutes. That's going to allow any gluten that we did form to sort of relax back out, and we are going to have the fluffiest pancakes you've ever had. So now we are ready to cook. This has rested for 30 minutes. I'm actually gonna use a cookie disher to scoop the batter. It's gonna help keep the pancakes nice and round and also ensure that it's an even amount in each pancake. So just right into a hot pan. I have a little bit of butter in here. And I'm not gonna crowd the pan. I'm just gonna cook like 3 at a time, just so we don't have any stress when we have to flip. And as everybody knows, the first pancakes are always terrible. You have to like get the perfect heat. You have to get like the perfect coating of fat. So they'll taste delicious, but they just won't look as pretty. So these are ready to flip. The way that I judge is you can see that there's this little air bubble all the way at the top. And like once it pops, that's when I usually flip them. I'm just going to finish them off with a little bit of homemade lemon curd, some lightly whipped cream, and then just a little bit of honey. I love honey here instead of maple syrup because it really lets that delicate lemon flavor come through. A couple edible flowers right on top. How beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is quite the stack. They're so good. They're light, they're fluffy, they have a ton of lemon flavor. There's like a little bit of texture. and like a floral note from the poppy seed. So, so good. You have to make them. Get the recipe on the feed feed, and we'll see you soon.